Chapter 10 Space Quiz. So let's start with part A. State whether the given statement about the universe are true or false. First one, Mercury is known as the red planet. It is false because Mercury is known as the terrestrial planet and it looks like the Earth's moon. Second, Mercury and Venus are the only planets without moon. It is true. Third, the Olympus Mons, located on Saturn, is the highest mountain known to man. It is also true. It actually rises 3 times higher than the Mount Everest. That's why Olympus Mons is known as one of the highest mountain in the solar system. Fourth, the surface temperature of the sun is about 6,000 degrees Celsius. This is false because the surface temperature is 5,505 degrees Celsius. Fifth, the earth is over 333,000 times larger than the sun. This is false. The sun is around 864,000 miles in diameter and 109 times wider than Earth. Sixth, the sun rises in the north on Venus as it is the only planet that spins backwards. It is false because the sun rises in the west of Venus planet, and it is, yes, but Venus planet is known as the planet that spins backwards. Now the seventh one, Jupiter, Neptune, Saturn and Uranus are the 4 outer planets made of hydrogen and helium and are known as gas giants. It is true. So these 4 planets are the gas giants. Eighth, solar eclipse occurs when the shadow of the earth falls on the moon. This is false. During solar eclipse, moon casts a shadow on the earth. Actually here moon comes in between the sun and earth. Ninth, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune are called inner planets. This is also false. Inner planets include Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars. So these were the true and false of part A. Now let's move to did you know the first planet which was discovered with the use of telescope was Uranus. So Uranus was the planet which was discovered with the help of the telescope. And next, let's have a fun riddle. Now here, what dance do all astronauts know? It's a moonwalk. And how do you throw a party for an astronaut? So you have to plan it. So these were the sum of the fun riddles for you. So now moving to part B, read the clues on various space explorations and tick the correct answer. So in 1969, Dash became the first manned flight to the moon with Neil Armstrong, Edwin Aldrin Jr. and Michael Collins. So it was Apollo 11 who became the first manned flight to the moon. Second, the first woman cosmonaut to go to the space was Valentina Tereshkova. Third, the first animal to orbit the Earth in 1957 was a female dog named Laika. in the spacecraft Sputnik 2. Fourth, Sputnik 1 was the first artificial satellite launched by Soviet Union into the Earth's orbit. Fifth, India's latest communication satellite is GSAT 6A. And in 1961, the Russian Soviet pilot and cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin became the first human to travel into the space. So these were the tick the correct option. Now moving to train your brain. So the tallest mountain in our solar system is Olympus Mons, and its elevation is almost 21,230 meter. So here we have to find out if 1 meter is equal to 3.28 feet. So we have to find out the height of Olympus in feet. So now let's find out the height of Olympus Mons in feet. We know that 1 meter is equal to 3.28 feet, and now 21,230 would be multiplied by 3.28 feet, and the answer would be 69,634.4 feet. So the height of Olympus Mons is 69,634.4 feet. Now let's move to the part C. ISRO, that is Indian Space Research Organization, is the Indian government space agency for space programs and research. So we have to fill in the blanks with the correct answers. First, ISRO was formed on 15th August 1969 by Vikram Sarabhai, and he is considered as the father of the Indian space program. Second, the first Indian satellite launch vehicle was Aryabhat. Third, the headquarters of ISRO is in Bengaluru. Fourth, launched in October 2008 by ISRO. So, Chandrayaan 1 was the first lunar probe to moon sent by India. Fifth, India's first artificial satellite launched in April 1975 was Aryabhat. Sixth, former Indian Air Force pilot Rakesh Sharma was the first Indian to go into the space in 1984 on board the Soyuz T-11 spacecraft, which blasted off on 2nd April 1984. Seventh, India launched its first unmanned rocket, Mangalyaan, to orbit Mars in 2013. Now let's move to Did You Know? So ISRO has made a world record of launching 104 satellites through a single rocket in February 2017. Yes. So the ISRO has made a world record where it launched 104 satellites with a single rocket. Now let's think. The American science fiction film was released in 2015, which was directed by Ridley Scott. It is based on Andy Weir's novels by the same name. It traces the journey of an astronaut, Mark Watney, played by Matt Damon, who is left stranded on Mars and struggles to survive and return to Earth. So we have to name this film. So the name of this film is The Martian. So this movie was directed by Ridley Scott and the character played by Matt Damon. So now homework, complete the exercises of chapter 10 in your computer book.